Hello, my wonderful Empire of Gnomes. I decided you needed a name. You are an Empire of Gnomes now. We'll see how long that sticks. But today, I am starting Sketchbook 8. And as I'm recording this voiceover, I've actually had Sketchbook 8 for quite a while. And I just never got around to finish editing the footage for this. And I still haven't recorded the second part. The cover is still very blank as of right now. But today, you're gonna get to see the process of me making it. And all I really did for this was speed up the process and cut out bits where my hair was in the frame because it did not look nice at all. So I did cut out those little bits, but it's not much. So this is going to be a little bit of a longer video than what I normally do by like 4 minutes, I think. How long was my last video? 18 minutes maybe? I have no idea, and I don't feel like going to check right now. But I do know that I do apologize that this video is late, a day late, but yeah, I'm trying to get back on a routine of having everything scheduled, because I have to, first off, I have Instagram, technically 2 Instagram accounts that I'm trying to run, my art Instagram and then my author Instagram, which I'm more active on my author because the art one I'm okay with ignoring for a while because it's not really a big deal, I just post art on there. And then I have my blog, which I keep forgetting to post on just because I've been working on my novella that I want to release sometime in the next couple of months, and been working on YouTube and trying to promote my story that I haven't even finished yet, because that's very important as a writer to have marketing before. That's called pre-marketing. That's kind of important. But anyway, I've been working on that, and then, of course, I have my Pinterest, which technically I have 2 Pinterests, but we don't talk about the other one. But my Pinterest is really, I just put a link to my blog, the blog post that its image is. So that's pretty much what I've been doing. I've also been working on improving my newsletter, because I want it to be more engaging, and then I need more incentive for people to join it, because that's very important, because social media platforms come and go, and I don't need to just solely rely on an Instagram platform or YouTube and that sort of thing. I need to have my newsletter, which right now I actually have a few people, well, more than a few. I think I'm at 52 subscribers, which is really exciting because I was sitting at 22 for the longest time, and I've had it for a year, so I feel accomplished right now. But anyway, I need to work on stuff for that, and I'm not talking about the art. I never talk about the art whenever I do this sort of stuff. Why? But anyway, I'm thumbnailing out my welcome page, and I'm just going to tell you, the art does not turn out well. I tried to do a more cartoony style, more cute. It did not turn out well, and we're just going to ignore it. So it didn't work out at all. So yeah, I'm hoping that the second part, because this is a 2-part thing, hoping the second part is much better. But I did something a little different with the welcome page, which you'll see in a little while, and I will let you fathom what it is. Maybe you can figure it out by looking at my planning. But yeah. Pretty much, I felt like I've been super busy, even though I probably haven't done a whole bunch. I don't know, does anyone else feel that way? It's September. How is it September? It is almost the end of the year, which is absolutely insane. Next month, the 1st of October is Inktober, and whenever I first did my blog, whenever I first started it. And then January is the 1-year anniversary of this YouTube channel, which for several months I wasn't posting anything, but oh my goodness, it's insane. But I don't know, I feel like ever since 4 years ago, time just kind of got in this super fast warp and just disappeared. I'm not quite sure where it went. Sometimes it feels super slow, and then it's just like everything goes super duper fast, and it's absolutely crazy. But anyway, for art, what am I going to talk about? I should probably talk about the art, but I don't feel like talking about that monstrosity, so we're going to talk about other things, which I'm having a hard time figuring out. I was going to say something, and then I completely forgot. Oh, I remember. I was going to talk about hashtags. Like, I'm going to be a nerd. I feel like I've been a nerd pretty much since the beginning of this video, since the beginning of this channel, but I'm going to talk about it some more. Hashtags. I use those on my shorts. I don't use them on Instagram, which is part of the reason why my reels probably aren't reaching more than my followers on there. But I started using them. I'm trying to Instagram better. That's not even a phrase, but whatever. So, and I realized you can put hashtags on videos too, and like descriptions, I think. I have to check. So I'm gonna do that, because that would be a smart thing to do. And also, thank you for 66 subscribers. Last time I filmed a video, I feel like we were right at 50, and now it's like I'm growing, and it's super exciting. So I'm super excited for this upcoming year, and for some of the art that I have planned. I really want to talk more about my story that I'm working on. I want to publish it within the next year or two. It's a lot of work, a lot of prep to make it the best that it can be. And also, I really want to be able to draw these characters, and I would love to do my own covers, at least for like the individual episodes, because I want it to be a serialized fiction, which if you want to know what that is, I can make a whole separate video on that marketing strategy, because I'm a nerd and that's just what happens. And so I want to make like model sheets for all of my characters, my cast, and make them like different body types, different head shapes, different hair color, make them look unique and different from each other, because that's something that's really important in like graphic design and animation, and I would love to learn to animate, even if it's just like super simple stuff, like just because I would love to share some of the funny scenes with y'all just through like simple animation, because some of that stuff is just really fun, especially if you push expressions really far. And something I did with this sketchbook is I took it, and the intro page was my goals page, and I don't know if anyone else using intro page as a goals page for an art sketchbook. I really don't know. If you know of someone, let me know. I would love to see that, because this was just like a spur of the moment random idea that I had, and I just went with it. The concept's good, the execution was terrible, but we don't talk about that. But anyway, so my goals, I'll get to those in a little while. I don't need to ramble about those quite yet. But I really want to learn so many different things. I've been trying to get better with anatomy. It's so hard. It's really frustrating, especially like shoulders and hands. I can figure out everything else. I can make it look halfway decent. But if sometimes the shoulders, I just cannot. And then hands, I can't do them in poses. I can't do hands. Hands are really hard. And if you're artist, you know the links that we will go to avoid hands. My main character of my project, my series, my book series, which is Project Drumroll, in case you were wondering, so I'm going to refer to it as that, but he wears a hoodie, so most of the time if I'm drawing him, his hands are going to be in its hoodie, just because that's his character, and also that's a good escape from hands. But I need to learn to stop doing that and to actually improve. I've been drawing for I've drawn for most of my life, but keeping sketchbooks for almost 5 years, and I've never done like in-depth hand study. And same thing with anatomy. I've never really done like a bunch on that, so I've just got to find a bunch of videos to watch in my spare time whenever I'm not working on writing stuff, because there's a lot of stuff that goes into writing. I would also love to do like comic strip, like maybe just like a couple page comic strip for the upcoming year. That would be really cool. just because I need to practice that sort of thing, and that's something that I would love to do, like make my own comic or graphic novel of my books. That would be awesome. But that's also like really huge thing to do. So I don't know. Once December rolls around, I'll start working on my goals a little bit more for the upcoming year, and if you'd like to see a video of that, like me walking through that, or like setting up a bullet journal or something, which I'm thinking about doing. I've never been good at bullet journaling. I've tried it and then I forget about it, but what I've realized is I need to start doing that because my planner just doesn't have enough room. It doesn't have the creativity that I want in it, so that's cool. Now I've got to keep my cat. She's visiting me, but she doesn't need to be on my desk. Maggie, I'm sorry, you can't get on my desk right now, honey. Yeah, I just ate food. The plate's still up here. But I've never been good at keeping a bullet journal. Like, I'll forget it after like 2 days. Not that I'm any better with my planner, but you know. I prefer having a day-to-day to-do list. It's just what works best for me, and my brain's chaotic, I'm chaotic, my workspace is chaotic, and I need to work on keeping my workspace clean, and I am rambling so bad. Oh my goodness. Anyway, I'm coloring the art. I hope y'all enjoy listening to me talk, because that's what how long this is, 20 minutes, is. It's gonna be me rambling. Because it's so weird because I have like 4 different hobbies technically, but they're all almost interconnected. I love music, I play piano, and I have a baritone ukulele. I draw, I write, and I love books. I absolutely love books, which obviously if I write, I need to be a good reader before I'm a good writer, because it's one of those things that just go hand in hand, generally speaking. There's probably some like weird cases where they hate reading but they love writing, which that actually doesn't make sense. Ignore me. But yeah, I love books. Don't ask me what my favorite book is, because I could not tell you. I could give you a list of some of my favorite books and series, but a single book, that's not gonna happen. So yeah, that's really fun, and I've been reading Dune by Frank Herbert, and that has been enjoyable. It takes me longer to read some of the older writing, but I know it's good for me, and it's also like refreshing in a way, because it's so hard for me to find like giant books that are fantasy or dystopian, like over 800-page long books that are in speculative fiction that I can read, that aren't like bad with their content, like adult books. I don't read that sort of stuff. I do own some Brandon Sanderson books. I have yet to read all of them. I've read his Reckoner series, and I've read Chest of the Emerald Sea, and absolutely loved it. I just haven't read Mistborn or Way of Kings yet. I'm gonna work through that after the Dune series, and also I really want to read Aragon. I own that book. Then I want to go through the Chronicles of Narnia, because I've never actually done a full read through of that, and I still need to finish Return of the King by J.R.R. Tolkien, because I never finished Return of the King, and that's an issue. I've read The Hobbit and the first 2 Lord of the Rings trilogy books, but I haven't finished it. And then I want to read some of his other works, and same with C.S. Lewis, who wrote Chronicles of Narnia, in case you're like, who? What? I also want to read more Brian Jakes. My dad owns a lot of those books, so me and my brother reads them, has read them mostly. I have only read one, and then I found his Castaways of the Flying Dutchman and loved it. I own the last book in the series. I thought it was the second book. It's the last book, so I need the second one. I loved the Castaway of the Flying Dutchman. It was really cool and really fun. But anyway, so that's a bookish ramble for you today. Yeah, so just there's a lot of things I want to do next year, and a lot of things that I need to finish this year and work towards, like NaNoWriMo, that's coming up. Like, next month is going to be plotting, and I'll probably do my Wonderland retelling that I've been dying to write and brainstorm more, because it's just such it's such a fun concept, and I'm excited to play with it, and I know there's a lot of my writer friends who are excited to see what it looks like, so I'll probably try that for NaNoWriMo. But other than that, it's just mostly focusing on getting my novella ready for releasing it in the next couple months, which, yeah, there's a lot that goes into that, and then outlining my main series, and it's just so much fun. And art, mostly working on improvement, and that's what I've been doing for quite a while. It's really fun. I like what I do, and I'm excited to make it more fun, because sometimes it's not fun. Sometimes writing, you get down in the trenches of outlining, or art, you get down in art block and you're like, I hate everything. So it's just a lot that you have to learn and do. And of course, not everything's gonna be rainbows and sunshine, but I would like for it to mostly be it. So yeah, that's my update in about 16 minutes. Gosh, I can ramble, I'm sorry. But this is really what this channel is. It's just a bunch of random art and rambling that spans across like 4 different, complete different things, but they're not completely different. They're interconnected in some weird way in my brain. I don't know. And here I'm writing out my goals. I can talk about my art goals. Obviously, anatomy, drawing the like body proportions and like actual, yeah, anyway, you get that. And then drawing poses. I really want to learn more action poses, and like just I need to work on poses. I can't, my hand's in the way, I can't see what the other things are, but I do know when to learn how to draw cats and 2 reptiles, backgrounds, like basic backgrounds, and lighting. I need to study lighting a little bit more. Yes, and more interesting clothes, I want to improve on that, and hands. And then goals, I would love to hit 100 subscribers in this sketchbook before I finish this one, or right when I finish it. That would be amazing. If I could write faster, I could tell you what the next goal is, or I could look in my sketchbook, but I'm just gonna tell myself to write faster. Go, I can't see what I'm writing. And ignore the scratch that's been on my hand the entire time. That's from a cat. We have 4. Don't expect me not to come into these things without battle wounds. Things happen. What am I writing? Short comic strip. Yes, that is. I already talked about that too. Yay, I remembered stuff. Let's hope I can remember to look at these goals. And then here I'm thinking, I think I just kind of ignored that. And then digital goals. Yay, we get to some fun stuff. Just have to wait for me to write and play some Jeopardy music or something. Draw the team, which is like my cast, like the main characters. There's one main character, but like his like friend group. In Project Drumroll, you have Lucas, who's the main character, Logan, who's his twin brother, his other friends, Brandy, Nyla, and Oren. So wanted to draw them in one illustration all together once I get like their designs down, so that'll be really cool. Full illustration with Lucas, my main character, in his like superhero kind of outfit. He's not superhero, but kind of. It's weird. Yeah, it's Neon. That's like his code name. I think I'm debating between Neon and Static, both of which are just, they're weird, but that's how things happen. And then the final one, what am I, come on, hand move, fan art, but of whom, I don't know, I still don't know. And then goals, I can't remember what I was doing for the third one. I zoomed in, look at me. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I was gonna write, so we'll get back to that whenever I do write it. I may have left it blank. Oh, no, I'm writing. What am I writing? I don't know. Anyway, I'm thinking, so I can talk more quickly because I'm running out of time. But also, one thing that I would like to add is I would love to do a merch shop maybe next year. That would be really cool. I would just have to have interest in it, like a lot of interest, so I know like the investment is there, because my last video was Vogue Race unboxing. I tested out their stuff and I love it, and it's so cool. And I found out that like the widgets that you put into Crocs, I can make those. They're obviously called shoe charms. I couldn't like use the Crocs name, but yeah, I can make those. And my last goal on there was to finish the sketchbook before the year ends, I think, something like that. And then I don't know what I was doing here. I think I was planning more. But anyway, thank you for listening to me. I'm crazy, I'm chaotic, I'm very energetic today, and I'm hoping that you could not hear my air conditioning this entire time. Oh yeah, I'm just thumbnailing again. Okay, we can ignore that. So I hope that the audio quality isn't too bad, because I'm really moving around and my thumb hurts from holding down the record button. I've got to figure out a better way of doing this, but I'll figure it out later. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope you're having a fabulous day, my dear Empire of Gnomes. I'm gonna have so much fun with that name now. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed content like this, chaos, rambling, and art, and sometimes books and writing, then feel free to subscribe or like or comment. I love seeing comments from you guys and love getting to interact with y'all. So if you don't mind, please drop me a comment, even if you're just saying hi, and have a fantastic week.